Alright guys, I'm going to be really vulnerable with you here. I remember being at a point in my life where I didn't fully love myself. I didn't have confidence or belief in myself throughout the day. You know, instead of asking out the girl that I had a crush on, I'd cower in fear because I didn't want to be rejected. And on top of it, I didn't have the slightest clue of what I was passionate about or what kind of work I wanted to do or what my career was going to be like. It was almost like I didn't even know my true self or who I was. And being in this place sucks. You're scared, lonely, and you don't fully love yourself. You have this deep feeling in your gut that's telling you that you should be doing more in life. To make matters worse, whenever you pop on social media, you see all your friends and all these celebrities and all these other people just absolutely killing it, having a blast, getting promotions, and doing all these fun things that you want to do yourself. And instead of being happy for them, it just makes you feel even worse about yourself because you start to think, why isn't my life like that? Now, I hope you can't relate to this, but you probably can. Do you ever have this inspiring vision of a successful career that just overwhelms you with joy and fulfillment? Yet, that grand vision just remains a figment of your imagination as you wake up in the morning just hitting that snooze button 2 or 3 times before going on autopilot mode, just hoping to numb the feelings of underachievement. Where deep down you can feel this desire to accomplish more in every bone of your body. But by the time you get done with an exhausting day of work or school, you just have to come home and do these tedious chores. It's almost like you have no you time. And by the time you finish all this tedious nonsense, you have to get ready for the next day. You got to start getting ready for bed to recharge so that you can repeat this same exact mediocre schedule that you just had. And I'm willing to guess that if this does resonate with you, you've tried your best to have a fresh start at life. But no matter what, you fall back into the same patterns of self-doubt or procrastination. It's almost like the world is working against you. And then when this happens, it cements you in a vicious cycle of negative thoughts. You start to think, what kind of man says he'll do something, but can't even keep his own word? And I know that just gut-wrenching feeling that you could be so much further in life, it begins to consume you as you feel your potential just sleeping away more and more every passing second. Well, guys, if any of this story resonates with you, don't worry, because escaping this place is easy. In fact, it may be easier than you think. You just need to rewire your brain or acquire the mind of a conqueror. Now, simply put, you need to train your mind to see the positive over the negative in life. You see, happiness, it's actually a state of mind. For example, 2 people could accidentally drop their lunch. Now, person 1, they might be super upset, just start swearing and saying this life sucks, you know, of course this is happening today, today's tough. And he lets it affect his entire mood. Now, person 2, he might shrug it off or even laugh at how clumsy he is. Now keep in mind, the same thing happened to both people, but how they chose to react was completely different. And thus, their emotional state and happiness were also completely different. The moral of the story is that you need to look for the positive instead of the negative. Because the reality is that the human brain, it works by repetition and habits. So if you force yourself to look for the positive in any negative event, and you do this for a month straight, you'll find yourself being happier on a regular basis. I mean, have you ever noticed that when you think of a time that you excelled in life, like maybe it was a time you won a sports game, or you kissed your crush, you aced a test, whatever it was, if you think back to a time where you did something amazing and you excelled, you start to feel happy. Or have you ever noticed that when you think of memories that you're not fond of? Like maybe a time you said something cringy in front of a lot of people, you got embarrassed or something, you start to feel sad. Now, if you haven't noticed that, then what I want you to do is literally pause this video and test it out. And what you're quickly gonna find is that your mood, it actually correlates to your thoughts. So I'd say test this out with a positive one, because I don't want you to think of something negative and start to have these negative emotions. But test it out. But I want to tell you a story that will further exemplify this. One of our students, Martin, he used to battle negative thoughts and self-doubt every single day. And ultimately, this started cutting into his happiness, his confidence and potential, like a knife slicing through a warm slab of butter. But he applied this key secret and acquired the mind of a conqueror. And within just 1 week, he's now happier than he's ever been. And more importantly, he feels hopeful for the future. So I promise you that if you do this as well, you'll have similar results to Martin. Now, look guys, if you made it this far in the video, it would mean the world to me if you could toss this video a like and hit the subscribe button. The fact that you made it this far in the video shows me that you're meant to be with us. Because look, most people aren't willing to put in the work to improve themselves in their life. But that isn't you. And the fact that you're watching this video is proof of that. I respect so much that you're trying to become a better version of yourself. So again, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And then lastly, I want to hear from you. I want you to introduce yourself in the comments below. Now, what this entails is tell me a goal that you have for yourself. Tell me something that you're struggling with, because when you tell me your struggles, I can put out content to help you overcome it. Or you could just tell me something that you like doing, a passion of yours, something that lights you up like a Christmas tree. So again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.